Today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Casino. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they have a new casino app, man, where you're able to play slots, table games, blackjack, you name it. Just a ton of fun. But also what DraftKings Casino app is doing for the first time users, because we know we were first at something. This makes me, I'm going to be a first, when I decide to have a little fun with this DraftKings Casino app for the first time users. When you use the promo code MOATS, because you got to put MOATS on everything, you will receive up to $2,000 in draft deposit bonus. Yes,
they doubled it up.
1, 2, they're doubling it up. New application, so they wanted to make sure it's extra incentivized or a little bit more incentivized for the people out there. So yes, not $1,000 but $2,000 in draft deposit bonus or in deposit bonus money. So essentially, whatever you put in when you first start your account, when you use that promo code MOATS, DraftKings Casino app will ultimately match that money as well. So you will have double whatever you put in. So that is a awesome concept right there with DraftKings Casino. And as we always tell you, if you have a gambling problem, probably should call 1-800-GAMBLER. But read this. It's going to tell you everything you need to know. Legal. If you...
I was going to say, where's the song? Is there one for the casino?
Has a gambling problem, you better call 1-800-GAMBLER. You better call. What if you got some crisis counseling and you need referral services? You better call 1-800-GAMBLER. Next up, man, Barilla92. He says, Deke, don't throw Island on Ahkello and jinx him like Pierre. Best game by Bush since week 1. Kendrick Green stepped up big time. Yes. You want to go first on Ahkello, or how you want to do it, man?
Yeah, he's 100% right. I'm not mentioning Witherspoon and Island together in a phrase, a tweet, whatever it is, because I was about to send one off during the game. I'm like, you know what? I'm not jinxing this. And I was about to do it this morning. I was about to do it before the podcast. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. Yeah. He played great, though, too. We noticed it right off the bat.
Definitely.
25. Witherspoon's in. And then, he was locked down, bro.
And then the tackling. And think about not just him. Who else came in?
Justin Lane.
Yes.
Nice tackle from him.
Yes. Both of those guys. I was very surprised that was the move, because we heard Coach Tomlin allude to potential changes. He was like, it could be potential changes in the starting lineup, potential changes with the depth and the rotation. And we were picking our brains like, well, who are they going to switch out? Offensive linemen, guys are hurt. Defense, where are you looking at? Guys are hurt, right? We're thinking linebacker and things like that. But it was different, man. We saw Pierre, and literally he did not.
Special teams.
He was special teams only. But it was funny, man. I was going back looking through some of the comments that people make, in Lovin Madden. Stephanie Ramirez, man, she killed with this one. She says, Witherspoon is in over the Island Boy. And I instantly started thinking that daggone song, Island Boy.
I'm an island boy.
And I said, yo, this is Deke's fault that Pierre has to be the Island Boy right now. And we just looking at him like, oh, baby, yeah, you stay over there right now on your island, okay? We don't want any parts of that island right now. But as a whole, man, I thought Ahkello played really well. Not just in coverage, the physicality stood out the most, because that was the biggest question mark. We knew athletically he's gifted. Athletically, him and Justin Lane, they can give you some things that James Pierre can't in terms of their length and their speed that they play with. Some of the things that are a knock on James Pierre, and why we highlight his technique more than his athletic ability. We know that he could do that, but it was cool to see the physical part, because that was the part where we didn't know what he was going to let. We haven't had to see him in roles where he has to tackle, where he looked
bad in the Chargers game.
Physical. Yeah, I mean,
that was it, really.
So it was good to see him not just showing up, but physical tackles. I mean, you watch him. He wasn't trying to be a drag down guy. He wasn't okay, run me over and I'm gonna trip you on the way. No, he was trying to put his face on something, man. So that was definitely good to see. And like I said, Justin Lane as well. And the reason I talk specifically about those two guys too, man, is you think about the criticism that they have had as well. Ahkello, since the trade, people have talked about him.
Well, even 49ers fans hate Ahkello. They think he's overrated.
Justin Lane is another guy that, people have pretty much written him off as well. But it was good to see those two guys whenever their opportunity came. Who knew it would come this many weeks later for Justin Lane? Who knew it would come, like this for Ahkello as well? But to see both of those guys respond the way that they did in a game like this, it was huge. And I thought not just those two, I thought that Devin Bush and Deontay also showed that mental toughness, things that, you couldn't just necessarily hang your hat on that it was a guarantee with them, because with Devin at times we've said, man, it looks like mentally like it would struggle. It would get to him. Deontay a year ago, you think about that drop he had, bro, dropping a touchdown. We said, dude.
Oh, it's even worse when you saw it on TV.
We thought he was going to go back to like the Bills body language, check himself out, and it'd be done for the day. But what does he do? He responds with probably one of his best games as a Steeler. I mean, you talk about not just the clutch touchdown catches, but the route running, the little gritty yards that he was getting as well. I mean, when you talk about that, that's a far cry from where he was a year ago this time, where he had a similar performance versus Buffalo, dropping a pass, and we're just like, bro, is it over for this dude right here, man? So once again, just seeing the mental fortitude of a guy like him was really good to see that, man.
100%. I got a couple things on Ahkello. So if he keeps playing like this is a big deal. This really helps our secondary. We didn't have Joe Hayden.
Yeah.
Joe Hayden comes back. You have him and Ahkello on the outside. Now you can put Cam Sutton on the inside.
Yeah.
And then our backups become Justin Lane, Trey Norwood. That's a pretty big deal. So hopefully he continues, because I know a lot of 49ers fans got out on him because he would have games where he looked like a legitimate number one cornerback, and even better than Richard Sherman at times. They said he would lock down like Mike Evans, some of the top receivers they'd go up against. Then sometimes he'd go in the tank. So holding out hope. Can we just get 5 more games and then a playoff run from Ahkello Witherspoon here?
Seriously, because if he's playing like that,
it's a big deal. Game changer, man. It's a big deal. That was without Joe Hayden too.
Yeah.
And then second thing with Witherspoon is he almost had that pick too.
I know.
He pulled an Ike on us.
Man. No, it was a dope play, man. Cover 3 concept, him being outside shade. It was a dope disguise, though. This is what people didn't see. Cam Sutton tried to pull a Troy Polamalu. Cam Sutton, before the play, he's down like he's about to blitz on the right side. So Ahkello has his outside leverage. So Lamar is looking at it thinking it's going to be a cover 2, which is why he puts the ball where he does, right? More on the inside. Play starts. Cam Sutton hauls tail down the middle of the field to get into that middle third. And then from there, you see Lamar at the last second trying to make it a little bit more out there. Ahkello does a great job breaking on it outside in. But, man,
that could have been a pick 6. Dude, it looked like there was a ton of open field.
It was crazy. But it was, like I said, Cam Sutton flashing in that middle makes him put a little bit there. And then from there, Ahkello's able to jump that thing the way he did. It was nice because if Cam doesn't flash and Lamar can put a little bit more with, man, it might be different, because Andrews was on top of Ahkello. So in terms of like that placement of it, so it was good by both of those guys, though, man. It was definitely impressive.
We almost had another pick. I forget who it was. Lamar threw it right to him at like the line of scrimmage, and then Edmonds tried to pull Polamalu and didn't get it.
Yeah,
man, that would have helped. But hey, we get the win, however it goes.
No, absolutely.